Hey guys, it's Carla from Carla's International Kitchen. Today we're going to be making another yummy recipe, and today the dish is called. Okay, first thing we're going to do, we're going to preheat our oven to 350 or the temperature that you feel comfortable with baking the cookies. It doesn't take very long, and okay, fine. I just preheated it. It's yelling at me, telling me, bup, 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 turn on, whatever. Okay, so it's on. So preheat your oven to 350, or you can do 375, 325, whatever you feel comfortable with doing the cookies, because like I said before, all the ovens or everyone's oven does not temp to the same temp, if you get what I'm saying, or heat to the same temp. So you may want to try this recipe in a little small batch. Try the first batch. If it doesn't come out right and the time frame, then what you would do, take your next batch and adjust your oven to your liking. Or if you are a baker, which I'm really not a cookie, sweet dough, whatever baker. So yeah. Anywho, let's get started. Enough talking. So what we're going to do first, we're going to take our walnuts. Grab a scissors and open the bag. We're going to take our walnuts and just roast them a little bit. And oops, Jesus Christ. They all over the place. Don't want to be cooked. There's another one. Anywho. So we're just going to take our walnuts and toast them a little bit. And if you like, you can take the whole bag and just roast those bad boys just like that until they're almost a brownish color, almost pretty much a dark brown, but not a burnt brown color. But you can do it any way that you like your nuts to be roasted. So we're just going to roast these a little bit. You see that? Let's just roast these and we'll be back for the next. Okay, so they're starting to roast really nicely. You can roast these any way you want. You can take them and place them in the oven and roast them if you like. It doesn't really matter as long as they are roasted, or you don't have to roast them at all. There. See that? And I don't have my temperature on my stove very high to roast these. So now what we're going to do, we're going to finish roasting these, turn off your burner, and we'll move to the step of taking the walnuts, placing them in a food processor to pretty much chop them down. If you do have chopped walnuts or hazelnuts, you don't have to worry about the next step, but as you see, they're not chopped. So let's move to that step. Okay, I've placed them in my small processor here, food processor. And we're pretty much just going to coarsely chop the nuts. We don't want to mince it or, crush them too much because, that's personal preference, but you can. But I just want to coarsely chop. So we're just going to pulsate these just like that. Okay? There you are. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do our eggs to get the whites from the eggs. We're just going to take our eggs and hopefully you can see this. Get the whites from the yolk. Separate it pretty much. Oops. If a little bit goes into there's my oven. Thank you. So anywho, if some of the yellow gets in there, we can always take it out with a spoon. But I'll do that in a sec. Let's get the rest of it. Crack it in here. That one doesn't want to leave the shell, huh? Anywho, you're going to come out of here. So, let's move to the next step. Placing this in the blender. And we're going to remove some of that yolk that was in there too. It's not much, but anywho. We're going to place this in a blender or some type of mixer. And we're going to make it to a white and fluffy mixture. And I forget the name right off the top of my head. Okay, now we place it in the blender. We want to take our brown sugar and place it in the egg white mixture. And again, we're going to make it until it's stiffened. And we'll move to the next step. We're going to take this piece of sheet that I have. We're just going to do probably about a teaspoon because you don't want to make them too big because they will run together. So just do a nice teaspoon of this, separating them a few inches apart or more. You can do them bigger if you are familiar with baking. And you know, because this is pretty runny, so that's why I'm telling you. Oops, that's too much, too little. So they're going to spread out, so don't worry about it. I don't want to do too many at a time because you see they are becoming a little bit bigger in size. If you think it's not going to hurt too much, then you can go back and place just a little bit more. So we're going to bake these. And we'll okay, so I just placed it out of the oven. I'm taking it out of the oven. And the mistake that I did, remember I added 2 teaspoons. So do not add 2 teaspoons because it is a runny type base dough. So just do the 1. So we're just going to let these cool off and we'll do our next batch. And I'll plate these and that's it. So there they are. You see how paper thin they are? I'm just going to finish my cookies as always. I hope you try this. Have a great day.